What's going on, y'all? 75 Junction, it's your boy Sherm. I'm here with some very special guests today. Today we got Fe Lie and we got Peteymillz in the building. How y'all fellas feeling today?
What up, good, man. Thank you for having us.
Absolutely, man. Thanks for coming up here. Appreciate y'all, man. So for those who don't know y'all, can y'all please introduce yourselves, tell us who you are, what you do, from my left to my right? You're right. You're right. You're right to your left.
So, those of you who don't know, I'm Fe Lie the God, aka the cutest rapper in Virginia. Aka the top 5, 1 through 5, and then 5 through 50. 51 for honorable mention. I'm just that damn cute.
Okay.
But nah, I'm Fe Lie the God, man. I'm a rapper. Nah, I don't even like that term. I'm a musician, creator, just somebody who's for the people. We'll get more into that. And you?
My name Peteymillz, photographer, editor, like
amateur
rapper,
porn star.
Amateur porn star. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Got a couple porn videos out there.
Yeah.
Subscribe to my OnlyFans.
Okay, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. So y'all got a pretty good dynamic, you know what I'm saying? Y'all chemistry is good and stuff like that. So can y'all kind of explain y'all's relationship and, you know, how y'all got to where you are today?
Oh, man, I hate this nigga.
Yeah.
We've known each other, what, like 8 years now?
Probably like 7 or 8, yeah.
It's been about 8 years now. Originally we was just homies, and like I was making music, he was making music, and we used to run with this group, and then from there, like, we just got real tight. And then we found out one day after we had been friends for like 2 years that we're actually cousins. Like, we had no idea. His dad just one day was like, "Hey, you know that's your cousin, right?" And so we had no idea.
Oh shit, okay.
And
That's crazy.
We pretty much been, you know, inseparable since the day we met, and we just been rocking, just going crazy, like,
working.
you know, just really taking this serious. So
Okay. Now, when would you say that you started taking music seriously? Like, when did you actually start doing it? Like,
when my daughter was born.
When your daughter was born?
Yeah, when she was born. She's 4 now. Because I was doing it before. I've been making music since like 2011, maybe. But I didn't really start like putting a budget behind it, really thinking about what I was doing. You know, really getting into actually like trying to build until 2015 when she was born. Because at that point it was like, all right, there's no more games.
Right.
You know, he told me that. You know, he pulled me to the side after she was born. He was like, "Look, if we're gonna do this, like, let's do it." And, you know, so from that point it's just been, you know, just going as hard as we can 24/7.
Okay,
really.
So it was all in from that point forward.
Absolutely.
Now, obviously, when you have a child, you got something else to live for.
Absolutely.
You got another mouth that you have to feed. So obviously, you got to buckle down and you know, get to the money for real.
Absolutely.
For the most part. Okay, word. That's dope, man. And I like how you said, you know, you don't like the term rapper. You go with more of a music artist or musician, because I feel like the term rapper is a negative stigma nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Like, people hear rapper and they're like, oh, you know, hood nigga, you know, whatever
Everybody
preconceived
raps,
notions,
like,
right? Everybody raps,
everybody
you know what I'm saying? So they come up with these preconceived notions and they prejudge you, you know what I'm saying? Opposed to, you know, like, yeah, I'm a music artist, you know what I'm saying? That's a diverse term, and that's what it should be, you know what I'm saying? Music is a diverse art, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so speaking of music, man, let's talk about your most recent project. So when did you actually, like, decide, like, I'm gonna do this full-length project and put it out for the public?
So, excuse me. So I put out multiple projects, you know, over the course of the last few years. But this project was real special to me. Originally, we're not even from Richmond. We moved there when my daughter was born, just like everything else.
Okay.
And, you know, at one point, you know, I had this big apartment, you know, this good job, everything was going great. And then everything just kind of hit the ground. I got evicted, lost both cars, lost the job, like everything just shut down. And so we had a homie named Tony, and he actually had just got divorced, and his girl and his kids moved out of his apartment.
Oh, wow.
And he was living there by himself, and he was like, "Look, like, y'all can come stay here." And so, mind you, it's me, him, Petey, my girl, my kids. Like, we're all like together. It's like 7 people in one house, and it's a 2-bedroom apartment.
Damn.
So, like, but in that time when we were going through so much, it was some of the best times of my life. You know, I look back on those last few years, and it's like we made so much beauty out of struggling, and we are so much tighter for it. And so the project's called 2605 because that's the apartment building.
Okay.
And in the cover, I'm actually sitting in front of the building. And I based the whole project around the fact that, like, just because I'm not from there doesn't mean anything. Like, that place turned me into a man. You know, when I walked in the doors of 2605, I was just a kid who had no idea what he was doing and was really just trying, but I just was failing. And then over the course of those few years, it's like I became a man, and that place is very responsible for that. You know, Highland Park ain't an easy place to be, but
Yeah.
you know, it turned me into a man.
Okay, that's dope, man. So would you say that was more of a defining experience as becoming a man, opposed to like, you know, your daughter being born? I mean, they could be obviously two very different coming into manhood moments, but which one would you say is more?
I think, you know, obviously, you know, becoming a parent is huge. But I think for me to go through all of that really taught me who I was. So, you know, that really, they go hand in hand, but it's just like you said, it's different.
Right.
And, you know, becoming a parent, that definitely changes you instantly. But going through all of those things, really, like, I'm so much wiser. I don't even handle myself the same anymore. You know what I mean? Like, he's known me for a long time, and I'm not the same kid I was in the beginning. You know, like, I'm really, I don't know, I'm me. Yeah. You know, and I'm not any version of me that anybody else wants me to be. I'm just who I am. You know, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
so,
no, absolutely.
You know, I definitely think maybe going through all those things might have been a little bigger as far as teaching me. You know, that may be the way I'd look at it. You know, it just taught me so much.
Okay. So. That's what's up, man. Now, Petey, how long you been doing music for?
Forever.
Forever. Okay.
Like legit forever. A long time. Grew up doing it. Started recording myself as a kid. And just grew up like recording my homies. Like literally my spot when I was younger was the spot to record at. Like, so you can't afford studio time.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, you had the mic taped to the closet.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The little shitty headphones, the sock over the coat hanger. You know what I mean?
All your favorite rappers to come out of Maryland have recorded in his house.
Pretty much. A lot of them.
Okay. Well, I mean, honestly though, that shit works though, because you got a sound dead in space. You know what I'm saying? It's a small space. It works. You know what I'm saying? It gets the job done. At the end of the day. Right. I know a couple local people actually that still record out of a closet, and their shit is like really good quality, like almost premium level quality. So
it's just about mixing for real.
Literally,
Like,
that's
literally
it
just
boils down to the
mixing.
mix. Yeah. So did you do all the mixing and stuff yourself? So like, did you in a sense become a mixer, master, engineer?
Like I had like two other homeboys who did it, but I was like the best one besides my homeboy who showed me how to do it. Like literally, they hate it. But yeah, I can mix.
Okay, that's what's up, man. So which one of y'all started doing music first, and did y'all kind of inspire each other as far as doing music?
Well, he's 41, so
I'm not 41, but I'm older than him, so I started doing music.
We finally got that on camera, because he be lying telling people I'm older than him. Thank you. And it's finally out there.
I'm older than him, so of course I started before him.
Right.
Like I started as like a child. You started like a teen?
Yeah, I was like 17 when I recorded my first song.
Okay,
something like that.
Okay.
I'm glad it's not on the internet either.
So did he kind of act like a catalyst essentially to getting you involved in music and getting you started and stuff like that?
Honestly, I mean, if we're gonna be, I hate you. Honestly, if we're gonna keep it all the way real, when we met, you know, it was because of music, but we were in a gang. Like that's really what it kind of was. Okay. And then, you know, I think he'll never admit it, but I think he seen early on that I really like was passionate about it. Look, see, I think like he really could tell like I really wanted it, even though in those moments like I may not have been ready, because there were times like I thought about giving up music. Like I was just intimidated by a lot of the things going on around me. Yeah, you know, I was only 18 when I met him. I was 18 when I met him. So you know, for that moment, I think he still realized like, yo, this kid might have something. Okay, you know, I tell him all the time, I'm not shy to let him know best decision he ever made. Bet on the kid, be Boogie of the Year.
That's dope, man. That's fire. So let's talk a little bit about y'all's appearances. So y'all got face tattoos, y'all got all the tattoos. Let's talk a little bit about the face tattoos and what they mean to you and what they mean in general. Like,
well,
just break it down.
The legend that's on my face, I actually got that because every time I look in the mirror, like no matter what I'm doing, no matter if it's a dead end job I can't stand or whatever the case may be, I want to remind myself that like I'm meant for something bigger. Like it's always been that for me. I want to remind myself like, yo, just because this is where you're at right now, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Right. You know, keep moving. You're gonna get there. And it also like when somebody sees it on my face, that word pops into their head. So whether they know it or not, they're already like thinking about themselves a little higher just by seeing it on my face. Okay. You know, and I don't know if that happens to everybody who looks at it, obviously, but that's kind of another reason why I got it. Then I got my daughter's name, I think, on this side. That was just important to me. I mean, obviously I love my kids, and that's so I actually have 2 stepkids and then my daughter. And I haven't gotten their names yet, but I got hers on my face because it was just like she was such a important part of me, becoming who I am. You know what I'm saying? And then the smiley face was just because we decided if I was gonna get a smiley face, he was gonna get a sad face.
Okay. That's dope. That's like a testament to y'all's brotherhood and fellowship.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
how close y'all are.
Definitely. And then I think that's all of them. And then like another, this isn't a face tattoo, but another very important tattoo to me on my hands. I have "Stay safe, move smart," because it just I live by that. Like it just reminds me to just like really pay attention to what you're doing. You know, pay attention to your surroundings. Try to be 3 steps ahead. Like just I don't know. It's just important to me.
Okay, so makes sense. What about you, P?
I got Maryland in my forehead because that's where I'm from. Shut up. I got.
I ain't even saying that
because I know what she about to say. I got this. What you got? The happy face. I got the sad face. You know, and then I got this heart because like my dad had passed. It was a broken heart, so I was like, I get it for him. Even though we wasn't like wild close, it was like
Rest in peace, Uncle Henry.
It was like a cool dude type thing.
Okay, I got you. That makes sense, man. That makes sense. Now let's talk a little bit about your appearance. So it seems like you kind of made your trademark. You got the snowboard goggles, ski goggles. I don't know what they are specifically, but
these are new. We were at a video shoot. Somebody that I did a feature with. We went out and shot his video. Shout out to him. And his homie, like he had some homies that were like punk rock looking dudes, and one of them had these on. And I was like, yo, how much to buy them from you? And he was like, I don't know. And I was like, look, I'll give you like $10. And he was like, all right. So he sold it to me for $10. And ever since I got him, everybody's like, yo, it brings the whole look together. Because I'm already a very distinct looking person, but like, I think it ties it all together.
No, facts, and it can act as your trademark now. You know what I'm saying? Now you have something that you can go based off of. You can make like an album cover with some ski goggles, facts. And then over a mic or something like that. I don't know.
That's facts though.
You could take it and spin it any way that you want to, man. So that's dope that you got that going for you. So who is Fe Lie? How would you explain yourself?
Well, aside from being the cutest rapper in the state of Virginia, and in the group Dub Life, he's upset because it's not him. Nah, man. Aside from like that, which is an important part, obviously, but aside from that, I mean, I'm just a real, raw, emotional person. Like I deal with depression, anxiety, like a lot of people. Yeah. I'd have mood swings, crazy. So emotionally, like I deal with a lot of things. Yeah. And I think being my age, dealing with so many things, being a parent, being in charge of a group, like having as much attention as I do on social media, like all those things, it just gives me a real unique voice. Yeah. And I think a lot of people gravitate towards me because I'm so transparent. Yeah. Like I don't really hide anything. I don't really, it's nothing that I won't speak on. It's nothing that I won't talk about, and people can really relate to that. Right. Like I get messages all the time just by people just telling me to keep being me. It has nothing to do with the music. They love the music because they can tell that the person is real. Right. So I think that's just, I'm just me. It's a weird way to say it, but I'm just me. No, it makes a lot of people trying to be something they're not. I'm just Fe.
Okay. No, that's dope, man. It makes sense, and it makes you more trustworthy because you're transparent, because you have everything out there. You know what I'm saying? They're like, okay, I can actually trust this person. He's not, mysterious. There's nothing that I don't know about him. He's an open book. You know what I'm saying? And he has a lot of things that I can relate to. So I'm gonna go ahead and rock with him based off of those principles. You know what I'm saying? Right. So that's dope. Now, who is Peteymillz?
Rapper extraordinaire. Okay. I don't know. I would say I guess music. If I'm gonna go there, my music is like right now. I'm on this kick where I do this thing where I'll record an EP in like 2 hours and see what it comes. And it's fun. Like you don't really write it. You just pick a beat and then you pick another one and another one, another one. You just record. And I drop them now, like because I don't know. It's just like not the typical, hey, let me sit down and work on a serious album. You know what I mean? Because I can rap my ass off, but I hate you. But it's like, I don't know, it's fun. And I don't know people who do that. Yeah. Like, let me just, we'll do that in like 2 hours. Like, we'll just sit down, get drunk, and then like record shit and just throw it on the internet. Just SoundCloud.
That's the only time I hate being the like, I don't consider myself like the lyrical rapper, but that's the only time I hate being the like, I guess real, like type of music,
serious artist,
like to make that type of music. Because when they're in the studio doing that, like I love to be a part of it, But my manager's always like, yo, like stay in your lane. You found your lane, stick with it.
Right.
So that's the only time where I'm like, damn, like I kind of miss like just doing the turn stuff.
Yeah, just shooting the shit.
Yeah, but hey.
But that's why we got, oh my God, yellow buses.
Yeah, and that's dope what you said. I was just about to ask you about that. So let's talk about On God real quick, and what went into that? Who inspired it? What was the thought process behind it?
I pretty much inspired.
Nope. So I wrote this song, right?
There we go.
This happened. We can fact check this. So I'm at work, right? I found a beat online. Like, yo, this beat's hard. Big Head, he was coming up. Like, that's hard. They had just dropped Gucci Gang by Lil Pump. And he was the producer on that.
Oh, okay,
so,
wow.
Bought the beat. I'm sure he didn't even know the beat was still on the internet. So I just bought it real quick. So I'm like, yo, before you take this down, I'm going to get this beat. I wrote the hook, came home, and spit it for Tony, our old roommate. Tony was like, it's cool. I was like, all right, well, whatever. Fuck you. So then he's in the room in the studio. And I'm like, yo, I got this hook. It's fire. So I rapped the hook. And he was like, nah. I was like, what do you mean? Nah. He's like, yeah, nah.
That ain't it?
That's not it. And I was like, look, turn on the mic. Let me record it. Trust me. And he was like, all right, whatever. And he was just like, he was not with it at all. Man, I laid it down. I guess my voice mixed with that type of beat, it just really fit well. And then he was like, okay, I kind of started liking it.
I'm saying the mixing was making it better.
It was all right. And then, and then we wrote that song. I wrote that song 2.5 years ago.
2.5.
And in the last year, it's become like our biggest song. Like people, when we perform it, people know every word. The whole crowd knows it.
Like people pushing in the crowd and shit.
Moshing.
The beat starting
and
running like up to the stage is retarded.
That's dope.
Like, dog.
And that's why I think it's dope that like you were saying with me being transparent, because I can still do that. We can still perform the rage music,
right?
But then I can also perform the sad real life music, and people still like our fans rock with whatever, But yeah, that song came about just like that, and he'll never admit it, but he was not with it. He did not like it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it was back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like,
see,
nah, that's literally how it was just weird at first, and then I was like, all right, it works.
No, I got you. I mean, sometimes you gotta just hear the vocals with the track too. You know what I'm saying? Because the vocals, you might hear it first, you might be like, I don't know about this one, Chief, and then
don't encourage him.
Lay that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I don't know sometimes.
Okay, all right.
Nah, I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of artists that had like bars like, and you're just like I'm sure like Roddy Ricch, like, bitch, don't wear no shoes in my eyes. I'm sure that was like some bullshit. He was like, I'm just gonna throw this in there, and then threw it in there, and it went with the beat. It just went stupid. And that was like one of his biggest quotables. Aside from that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
no, that's true.
I don't even know what Oh My God is at play wise.
Overall, because it's been pulled down and put back up a couple different times. So overall, if you include the video, which was shot twice,
oh wow,
it's been played at least over 100,000 times, like all together.
Nice.
But it's just crazy. Like you never know what song is gonna be like the song.
That one.
Yeah.
And then like that song's just been people
crazy.
love it.
Yeah.
People love it.
Okay, nice, man. So you shot a music video yesterday. Speaking of videos, so let's talk a little bit about the music video. What was the theme behind it and stuff like that?
So the theme for the video, like I've said before, I'm the one that kind of makes like the emotional music, which is new. Like it hasn't been like that long. Like when I dropped 2605, I just kind of figured out that was my lane. Yeah. And so the video itself, it's a play on mental health. Just because, like I said before, like I deal with that. Yeah. So not that the video will be out by the time this comes out. So, it's like I'm having a panic attack throughout the entire video, and at the end of the video, I actually like take my own life. And then you see me like walking off into heaven, and then like it's just really deep and emotional. Okay. And it meant a lot to me because I remember times where like I wanted to die. So like to be able to like take that pain, put it into that song, and then bring it to life with a video was just it was very important to me. Yeah. And my guy Absolute Peteymillz Production, shout out to bro. He always does a great job of bringing my visions to life. Like when we shot the Oh My God video, I directed that, and he brought everything I said to life. That's true. And
Peteymillz is dope.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people, videographers and artists, who can't really bring something to life like that. Right. And a lot of people don't come in with a plan. Yeah. And when I do something, I want it to be executed like thoroughly. And that video is like that. Like I feel like it's gonna help a lot of people. It's gonna touch a lot of people. I have a whole crazy campaign ready as soon as the video drops, blogs, whatever. So you're gonna be seeing it a lot of different places. And I think it has the potential to heal some people. And that's really what I was going for.
Okay. That's the important thing. And, you know, shout out to you for actually addressing, you know, mental health and stuff like that, because I feel like it's something that, I mean, now it's becoming, you know, more popular, but, you know, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, nobody was talking about this shit, especially in the black community.
Yeah, I was about to say, in our community, it's still, you know, you're always told to be a man, you know, whatever. Yeah. And I made a lot of emotionally unavailable men, you know.
That's facts.
I went through a lot of things with my daughter's mother that made me realize, like, yo, I'm not okay. You know, and it's causing problems with you. You know, when I came to that realization, I'm like, okay, if I feel like this, how many other people feel like that, you know?
Yeah. So. Now, you know, you said that you had issues with your, you know, your previous relationship and stuff like that. And, you know, what, in your opinion, you know, just as an open book, what would you say is the thing that really, I guess, tore y'all apart as far as, like, you know, your issues that you're dealing with and stuff like that?
Well, we're actually good. Like, I love her to death. We're actually good. But as far as when we've, you know, gone through things and broken up or whatever, a lot of it was just me just not knowing how to handle my emotions, you know, not knowing how to, you know, deal with my own pain. Yeah. You know, that's something that was just always so hard, because I grew up in a household where, like, you know, my father worked 24/7. You know, my mom, me and her kind of have an interesting relationship. But I never was one of those kids where it was like, yeah, Dad, I love you, you know, that kind of thing. Yeah. And as I got older and, like, I had my own child, that changed. Yeah. But I didn't realize how much that affected me, like, not really having that, like, super, you know, lovey-dovey father-son relationship. Right. And that really messed me up. And then, you know, having a bad relationship with my mother, you know, not necessarily bad, but we just don't see eye to eye on a lot of things. I love her to death. You know, that really made me have issues with a lot of women, not just her. She was just the one that made me realize, like, yo, I have issues with women and I need to deal with that. I got you. And so now, like, I'm in a great place. We're in a great place. Love her to death. Shout out to you. Shout out to my mother. You know, I love them all, but it's just like, you know, I was just emotionally, I just wasn't who I needed to be. Okay. And I had to heal, you know, so. Yeah, and healing is important, man. And I feel like, because a lot of people, what we do is we distract ourselves and we don't take the time to heal, because distracting yourself and healing are two very different things. You know what I'm saying? So you distract yourself with so many things. I've done this myself, you know what I'm saying, with the podcast, with other ventures that I had. I was sitting here, you know, staying busy, grinding stuff out. But at the end of the day, you know, when you lay down, you go to sleep, you're by yourself, you do your thoughts, you start to realize, okay, I'm not okay. You know what I'm saying? I still have these issues. In the mirror. Right. There was a time I couldn't look in the mirror. Like, I hated to look at myself in the mirror. And I used to cope with alcohol heavily. I was alcoholic before I was old enough to buy it. And, you know, one night, I got a DUI after we almost died that night. Oh, wow. Passed out, and big tree, probably damn near the size of, like, this room, like, no lie. Oh shit. And we woke up at the same time and grabbed the wheel and, like, shot past it instead of head onto it. Damn. And, like, so it was really bad for a while. And then when that happened, I had to stop drinking, which forced me to deal with all the things that I was afraid to deal with. Right. You know, so. Yeah, because people use things as coping mechanisms, drugs, alcohol, whatever. And it works for that stint that you're drunk, that you're high or whatever. But after the fact, when it wears off, now you're back to reality. Now you got to deal with what you distract yourself from. You know what I'm saying? Right. So there's a point where you have to face yourself and face your pain and your fears and all that stuff. Absolutely. Man. So that's dope that you bring that to light. But and when you talk about your father, you know, and your relationship with your father, and you know, you weren't really like, I love you, Dad, and stuff like that. I feel like as we grow older and as we come into realization of our mortality, that's when we start to, you know, sit down and like, okay, you know, let me start expressing my feelings more. Let me start showing people that I love them. Let me start giving people their flowers while they can still smell them, because, you know, you never know what's going to happen tomorrow. Tomorrow's never promised to nobody. Me and my father, we're like best friends now. You know, it wasn't necessarily like his fault. Like, I understand now. Right. You know, I work. I gotta. You know, I'm raising, you know, a kid. You know, like I understand. So it's like, it's different when you have the same point of view. Right. You know, so it's definitely, and what you said about giving people their flowers while they're here, you know, that really is deep, especially to us, because, you know, we're on the Richmond music scene. A guy that we've done, you know, shows with, and, you know, we had kind of a relationship with. He actually, you know, just passed away recently. Oh man, sorry to hear that. Rest in peace to Max, man. He actually just passed away. So, you know, it totally makes sense when you say that, because it's like, people always want to be there for you when it's too late to be there for you.
Right. Exactly.
You know?
Exactly, man. Now let's talk a little bit about some of your influences as far as music is concerned. So who are some of your influences as far as artists are concerned, if you have any?
I actually grew up listening to way more like R&B than rap music. Like I grew up like it would be nothing to come home and like come from school and like Genuine and Key Sweat, Music Soul Child, Erykah Badu,
nice.
Anthony Hamilton, like all that would be playing, and like I just kind of grew up on that. Then I remember when I was young and Guitar Hero came out.
Oh yeah.
And I had like that I feel like that game put so many black kids onto like rock music.
No, facts.
And when I was playing that, like there were so many songs that like I was like, yo, this is fire. Why have I never listened to this? So I got into like Rage Against the Machine, Chiodos, stuff like that. And then, now I guess like I listen to a lot of different things. One of my biggest influences, I would say, like just at this point, is probably X.
Yeah.
And that's just simply because, we have a lot of the same fan base. Like people reach out to me all the time and they're like, yo, like you remind me so much of him. And it's weird to hear, but like I get that.
Yeah.
And I guess, that's because like he could make real music, raise music, he was transparent. And so I take a lot of inspiration from him, Peep, a lot of those guys where, you're just being you're being real. So those are my current influences.
Okay, bro. People sleep, man. People sleep to this day. People sleep on X and Pete, bro. Because like I listened, because I was real heavy on X. You know what I'm saying? Like I got the poster. You know what I'm saying? I got the vinyls, like all that stuff. Like, but I was real heavy on X. Like when he first started coming out. So when he had Revenge out, when he had like some of his old SoundCloud stuff out, like King of the Dead. You know what I'm saying? Whatever.
Yeah.
Like I was listening to all that stuff, bro. Because like X was like real like popular, and his music resonated with me because he had the hype music, he had the feeling, the in my feelings, dealing with depression, mental health issues with 17. I mean, he had so much range as an artist, bro. Like people sleep, man, to this day.
Absolutely.
And Lil Peep as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, people want to say that they weren't legends, but they were legends in their own rights. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they actually were making music for people and to help people get through things, and that makes them a legend. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, because they have touched more people than any other of some of your favorite artists have. You know what I'm saying? Right. So that's what's important.
They also transcended genres, and I think that's like that's something that I like aspire to do so heavily. Right. Like Peep and X have that song called "Falling Down."
Yeah, that shit is.
There's like I think it's fire. Is it Pete Wentz maybe, or somebody did like a guitar version, like just like a band cover. I think the band might have been the original song, and then X got added to it. But it's like it transcends. Like anybody can listen to it. Right. And that's what makes somebody like legendary. Absolutely. Like before 2605, I had a project called Legends Never Die, and that like that phrase means a lot to me because when you can transcend like that, no matter if you're here or not, you're gonna live forever.
Didn't Juice WRLD have a song called Legend Never Die?
Yeah. Okay. Oh no, wait. What was
he had a song called Legends.
Yeah. Legends. Okay, Legends. But in the song he said Legend Never Die or something like that. Okay, got you. Yeah. Okay, word. Yeah, rest in peace to Juice too, man. Yeah. That shit was crazy, bro. Because like literally all of them within 2 years? 2 years. Yep. Like sick, bro. It's crazy. Yeah. It's crazy, man. But that goes back to dealing with our issues and stuff. I mean, obviously not in X situation. That was a tragic passing. Pete. It was like an overdose or some shit, but it was like somebody didn't tell him that it was mixed in with like what was it, fentanyl? Yeah, fentanyl.
There's something to be learned from all of those.
Yeah.
The X thing. That's why, like I said, stay safe, move smart. It's so important to me.
It's Pop Smoke too, but stay safe, move smart. Yeah.
Yeah, the X, Pop Smoke, the Juice WRLD, and with him overdosing, that was crazy. Pete with him overdosing. Like it's lessons you can get from everything. Correct. And it's crazy, man. People are dying very young.
Yeah, absolutely. It's tragic, man. But let's go more to a positive light now.
Yeah, absolutely.
so y'all got dreads and stuff like that. So how much does y'all's hair mean to y'all, man? I mean, I see you got yours freeform. Freeform. Okay, you got freeform, and yours are more like just. I wouldn't say freeform, but they're like, but they're actually like I don't remember the term for
Earthworm Jim over here trying to go. Earthworm Jim, they're trying to go right now. It's crazy. On camera too. Nah, for me, I used to. So when I say like my music taste is so diverse, I was really into like I went through a period where like I was super into like reggae music, like, and I studied everything about Bob Marley. I even went as far as to join their religion and all that. So I didn't have dreads at that point. And then I got older and I was like, yeah, you know what? My mom always told me I couldn't get dreads. I was like, I'm an adult. I can do what I want. Right. I was like, I'm gonna get dreads. Literally, I realized I was an adult when I woke up. Remember we woke up that morning and we had ice cream sundaes for breakfast?
Yes.
I was like, yo, I can do what I want. I'm a grown man. so I'm gonna get dreads, and it's just it's a part of me now.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine not having hair. First of all, it'd be very cold. That's like number
cold
one.
as a bitch.
My equilibrium would be so thrown off. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Like trying to like walk without my hair now. Like, so yeah, it's important. Definitely,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I feel that, man. Because I mean, when you have dreads, it's like it's a lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? And plus, you put a lot of time, you put a lot of money into it. You know
He just can't afford a haircut. That's all.
Hey, yeah.
Like this was all an accident.
The freeform is, I don't know. I like it better than done dreads in my opinion. Like shop super like I don't know. I never like super done up dreads. I mean, that's real talk.
I think they dope. You know what I'm saying? Because they form based off of you.
Yeah.
It's weird, but it forms based off of you. Like The Weeknd, his shit was wild. Like his shit, I don't know if he like manipulated it somehow.
I think that was done with like rubber bands.
See, this is the weekday.
I'm pretty
the
sure.
weekday.
I'm pretty sure it's like rubber bands. Man.
Yeah, so dreads, they kind of are part of your life. They become a lifestyle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I used to have dreads. Like believe it or not, I used to have dreads. They were like down to my shoulder, but I had to cut them for the military and stuff. I joined the military part time. So they were like, yeah, you gotta cut your hair for your ID picture. I was like, for a fucking ID picture, I don't leave for basic for like a whole nother 8 months, but you want me to cut my hair for a picture. So I had to cut my hair. I cried, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know if I could do that.
Because it was tough. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I mean, like at the end of the day, like I said, you put a lot of time, you put a lot of money into it, you know what I'm saying? It becomes part of you, you know what I'm saying? You have to part with that. So
I've had multiple people tell me like stop us in public, like yo, I used to have dreads. Don't ever cut them, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right.
They wish they could go back type shit. Like, oh, okay.
nah, legit, like
I get it.
It's a daunting process too, because you gotta go through your ugly phase, bro. Like, because you got little baby dreads, little joints, like, and I have mine like how yours are. You know what I'm saying? I had them done. Like, I didn't have freeform cut my hair done naturally nap like that. You know what I'm saying?
No, he made my ugly phase hell, hell, absolute hell. I'm like, yeah, my shit finally dropped. No, it ain't moving.
You ain't got no hang time.
Why do I even come here?
But no, it's just dope though, because as a black person to have your hair blown in the wind is a whole different experience, bro. I'm trying to tell you, like, when my hair first started blowing in the breeze, I was like, yo, this is how cover girl feel, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, easy breezy in this mug, bro. Like, that shit is fire, man. I was like, this is crazy.
Then at the show, you got something to like swing around. And
Facts.
like
It helps when we make rage music too.
Yeah, I was about to say the rage music. That helps times 10, like, because that gets people hyped. Like, oh shit, it's like a hair moving. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk a little bit about that. So your rage music and stuff like that, when you actually perform and do concerts and shows and stuff like that, like what is that experience like?
Coming to a dub light performance, I'll put it to you like this. So Absolute, our homie, the cameraman, Pete Max Productions, he's a secret R&B singer, by the way. But
that is true.
He can sing his ass off, by the way. He right over there. He just ran away. So our shows are so lit that Absolute apologizes to me after every show because we're the only person he didn't get on camera. Because like you look over and he's just like in the crowd, like losing his mind. People are crowd surfing. I'm like, yo, Absolutely, you get any footage? Shit, you know, like, every time. Like,
we also have a homie Renegade that did the same shit. Yeah. Like, if you see him perform, I couldn't do it. That nigga got way too much energy. I can't do that.
Remember that time he jumped in the crowd without telling nobody?
Yes. They caught him. Yeah,
they caught him.
Oh wow!
See, now I'm waiting for when we get big enough to where we can crowd surf.
Yeah,
because that means we got some strong fans. I see your face.
He's about to say some hate that shit.
Yo, see that like, but our shows are just. It's crazy. Like,
we just have fun, bro. Like, it's no nerves. It's not like, oh, we got to do this.
We love it.
Like, nah, yeah. You just go up there and you don't have to do this. So, I don't see why you be nervous.
Facts.
Right. In my opinion, you know what I mean?
No, for sure. You go up there and you be yourself.
You sign up for this. Like, you don't have to be an artist. You can go draw. You can go do something else. You know
this is like the closest thing to being a superhero.
That's
like
true.
being a rapper is like the closest thing to being a superhero.
I could definitely agree with that.
Except for like the weird ass fans who ask for like weird ass.
Dog, I had some of the weirdest experiences.
Some of it's not even.
Let's talk about it then.
Let's talk about it. Let's get into it. I don't know, bro.
I've had people ask to like buy a piece of my hair.
Buy a house for them.
People ask me for money all the time. All the time.
Like, yo, my mom car broke down. Could you spot me a car? I'll pay you back type shit.
Spot me a car?
Yeah,
people
bro,
assume
that's a real message.
So like clout equals like money.
Right.
Like billions.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, I still live in Holland Park. Like, leave me alone.
Yeah.
Like I've had dudes ask me to smash their girlfriends.
Yeah.
What?
Articles of your clothing. Like, yo, can you send me like some shoes? Or like, remember you had this shirt on at the show? Can I have that? I'm like, No, that's my shirt. You know what I mean? Like,
I've had people take pictures of me and I don't even know they're there.
Uh-huh.
Like I'll get it later, or like see on somebody's story.
I've been watching you.
The weirdest thing I would have to 100% say is when somebody DM you and be like, "I was nervous. I saw you here, and they took a picture of us, and then I was scared to walk up to you
So you
and send us the picture that they took." Yeah, like so that's you'd rather be creepy than just walk up to me and be like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I think my overall weirdest experience though was that day I was at Subway, and I'm on the phone with him, just talking about whatever, and some girl just keeps looking at me. I'm like, I don't think nothing of it. So I'm like moving around the store going to grab stuff. See, he know this story. He about to laugh. Moving around the store grabbing stuff, and every time I look back, she's like right up on me, and I'm like, okay, that's a little weird. So then I tell him like, yo, I'm about to like walk to the left here just to see if she follows me. So I walk over, it's right beside me. She's being low key about it, but it was I noticed.
Right.
So then she's in line, and like she just keeps looking at me while I'm ordering myself. Like she keeps looking at me. So then she didn't know I noticed, but I turned around and she had recorded me and was like sending it to all her friends on Snapchat. Yeah. Didn't say anything to me. Just was like taking a video of me. Then like I order my food, she orders her food. She runs out of the store like full speed. I go outside, nowhere to be found. I thought I was about to get sex trafficked. I thought it was over. I was like, yo, they gonna get all this big beautiful man and charge a hefty price for all this sexiness, and it's all because I was in Subway.
I think it's cool how people like react to it though, but to us, like we're just homies. You know what I mean? Like, but to other people on the well, they be like, bro, this and that, and like in our group, we be together. All of us would be together and don't think nothing of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we just the same niggas we always go be. We just homies. You know what I mean? But
one of our homegirls posted a little question shit on Instagram. I don't mean to keep cussing. Posted the question thing on Instagram, and it was like, oh my god, you know famous people? And she was like, who? And it was like, Fe Lie, he's famous. Yeah. And she was like, oh, I forget because like I know him. Like right. Other people were like, I guess like the verified check and like all the followers and like, oh my god. I'm like, yeah, I'm just we're just people. Like I'm accidentally here, to be honest. Like,
oh my god.
This was I started rapping,
just stumbled into
and like I was too afraid to tell anybody I don't want to do it anymore. And now I'm just kind of here. Like,
I got you. So what would you attest to your success though? Like as far as like you get verified, you having the following you have, would you like just attribute that mostly to your transparency, or what's your opinion on that?
I'm gonna answer that in two parts.
Okay.
First of all, I'm gonna put this out there on camera for the first time. All of you niggas who keep trying to ask me how to like buy verification, you can't. I didn't pay for it. Instagram sent me an email over a year ago. Remember? Yeah. Like a long time ago, before they were even offering like where you could like ask to be verified. They emailed me and was like, yo, we're gonna give you the opportunity to be verified, log in, and basically like go. If
you
could
buy verification, nigga, everybody be verified.
Right.
Like, exactly. Who wouldn't? You know what I mean?
But I think a lot of it comes from the transparency, definitely. I think people are able to like see that we're just regular people because of how much we harass each other. Mm-hmm. Like he makes my life hell. But like I think a lot of it absolutely like I think people just fuck with us because we're just real. And it's just easy to be like, yo, like I respond to messages, like all that, and I think people are just like, I'm just so accessible without being accessible, if that makes sense.
No, that makes sense.
People are like, yo, like I can really like talk to him. I can talk to him about my problems. Like we FaceTime call fans and all that stuff, and like dope. So it just makes people feel connected to you.
Right.
So I think that's helped us grow because we've grown substantially. I mean, 2 years ago I had like 15, I had like 10,000 followers on Instagram. Now I'm at like 50. Yeah. Like like we just. People just love us, I guess. I don't know.
That's dope.
I don't know why.
That's dope, man. And I'm glad that you mentioned that because I feel like a big portion of being an artist and having fans is interacting with the fans. Because you interact with the fans, you build that loyalty. You know what I'm saying? Now they have a reason to be loyal to you aside from your music. Now they have that actual connection to you, or they feel like there's a connection to you. You know what I'm saying? Because you took time out of your day to interact with them, but just reply to their message. You know what I'm saying? That goes a long way. You know what I'm saying? So. Shouts out to y'all for actually interacting with the fans and stuff like that, and
definitely, no doubt.
Bringing people up.
Without them, we wouldn't be here.
So. Yeah, no, absolutely. Sure. At the end of the day, that's really what it boils down to. You know what I'm saying? Because the people that support you or who make you who you are, but they.
I mean, in a way,
your image at least. Followers and things like that.
I always look at it also like if I like when I used to like before I was like really serious about what I'm doing. When I would reach out to artists, like when I would get the cold shoulder, I always thought it was trash. And it's literally an artist right now. Should I name it? Squid.
Oh yeah,
I already said his name.
Yeah, right. So should I name him Squid?
Like 2 years ago, I paid Squid Knight. He's a rapper from New York. I paid him for a SoundCloud repost. And he just ran off of my bread and like acted like
Oh, wow.
he was hacked and like it wasn't him responding
It
to
was
me.
just whack shit.
So I ain't never say nothing, never blasted it, none of that. I used to listen to his music every day. Stop listening to his music. He'll tell you, I was like definitely a fan. Stop listening to his music. Stop following him on Instagram. And it's funny now because so when you're verified, like other verified people hit you up and like you be in like group chats and stuff and like connecting and building with each other. Well, so happens in one of these group chats, I see him post a message. And I'm like, yo, that's hilarious. Like, you're in the group chat asking for whatever. And I'm the same dude 2 years ago whose money you ran off with.
That's crazy.
And it's like everything comes full circle. Like, you probably thought I was just some SoundCloud kid. And now, like, I'm in the same position. Maybe a little better position. So it's just funny. It's just funny how things play out.
Yeah.
That's why, like, I will never treat anybody negatively. Especially if you make music or you want to just talk to me about music or whatever.
Yeah.
Because you never know.
No,
you
facts.
never know.
Facts, man. That's dope. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, life has a way of, revealing things to you, you know what I'm saying, or putting you in positions, you know what I'm saying? So you got, screwed over on that, but, at the end of the day, it came around full circle and you were able to, be in a position where you can be doing the same thing. So that's fire, man. That's definitely dope.
Definitely.
Yeah, don't worry about that. That's just my angle. It's cool. That the battery's going.
He thought he was getting shot.
Right.
He was like, oh, shit,
He's
it's
like,
over.
oh, shit,
It's over.
It's over. This the one. Hey, yo, real quick. You ever watch the show Codename Kids Next Door? When we was
Yeah,
younger?
bro, of course.
Yo, you know the dude with he had like the claws and he had glasses and he was like bald on top?
Claws, glasses, ball on top. Are you talking about number one?
No. He wasn't one of the kids. He was like a villain.
Oh, he's a villain.
Yeah, get on
Vaguely.
when you get on Google, look him up and tell me what his hood on him look like him.
Oh my God.
Hey, when you edit this, put it right here. Put it right
I
here.
do not
So it
look
can be
like
zooming on his face. Put it right here and tell me in the comments. I swear he look like him.
Oh my God.
He do, bro. I love you, but you do.
That's hilarious, man. That's dope though. But nah, yeah, I feel like we touched on a lot, man. I feel like we talked about who you are as an artist. Same thing with Petey, and we covered a lot of things, man. So, and I know y'all got another interview to get to, so I don't want to take up too much of y'all time, man. So, do y'all have anything y'all want to add on a concluding note?
Like I said, I'm the cutest rapper in Virginia. Subscribe to my OnlyFans. I so boom. Shout out 9.
Yeah, shout out 9.
Absolute hair is fake.
Absolutely.
Kid Falls can't dunk.
He can't.
Shout
Shout out to Stephon.
Shout out to Stephon. Shout out to his tire.
Yeah, that bitch pop on the way here.
Will I forget anything? Shout out to the devil, because if it wasn't for him, God wouldn't be so great.
That's true.
Was that wild?
I mean, no, that's a real shit. That's a real thing.
Shout out to the coronavirus, because I only drink Modelo.
Yeah. That's true.
What else?
I think that's about it.
Yeah,
Instagram. So I guess.
Shout out to
I was gonna
Instagram,
get to
bro.
that. Yeah, no,
shout out to IG, man, because without Instagram, I don't know if I still be rapping. Like, I really don't know.
Yeah, honestly. Shout out to Instagram.
Shout out to the whole team, by the way. I'm not going to name my whole team because I'm going to forget. No, I'm not going to forget nobody. Shout out Kid Falls.
Yeah.
Shout out Ski Mask Scuddy. I love Scuddy. Shout out Lazard, the King. Shout out LV Bosch, Logo Schmidt, 9 Mil, Carson Key, SODMG, Absolute Photographs.
Cloud DJ, all of them.
Cloud DJ. Shout out to the whole squad, man. We like, people say they're a family. We're always together.
Nah,
like, we have wing night at the crib. Like,
that's fine.
We have family night once a week. Like, we're always all together.
Literally together.
Shout out the whole squad, man.
That's fine, man. That's fine. All right, so where can people find you as far as social media is concerned?
You wanna go first?
Yeah, you can find me at Peteymillz, PETYMILLZ.
Yeah, so you can. No.
You're a bitch. Yeah, and that's it. Yeah, I mean, just search it.
See, you so dry.
And it's gonna come with balloons and cake and shit. I don't know.
Of course, it would be cake. He a diabetic and he want to eat cake.
I'm not a diabetic.
I'm putting that out there too. He's a diabetic. My name is wait, that's not what he asked. You can find me on everywhere at Fe Lie 540. That's only Instagram. I don't know why I said everywhere. You can find me on Instagram at Fe Lie 540, FE_LIE 540. I'm mainly on there. You can find me on Twitter, FE__, because the one with only underscore was taken. I don't know why. LIE 540. SoundCloud, Fe Lie the God. iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, all that, Fe Lie the God. You can find me on Backpage, Selling Petey. But it's not gonna have my name. I don't want y'all to know that. Well, you better sell that. Find me on OnlyFans at Absolute Hair Tie. That's my OnlyFans name because I be tying these shorties up. Yeah. You can find me on Hell's Kitchen too, season 1.
Hell's Kitchen, yes, chef.
Nah, I gotta put this out there also. Guilty pleasure, Bar Rescue. Love that show.
You said what?
Bar Rescue.
Bar Rescue.
The show.
What's
I
that?
watched this shit for
You
hours.
never seen it?
With John Taffer.
Oh.
Bro,
That shit is hilarious.
He goes to failing bars and just like berates the owners for like
just talk
an hour.
shit for like an hour.
And then rebuilds the bar and like,
Oh, wow.
builds
It's just the
whole
greatest thing
over.
ever.
I'm gonna have to peep that. That's
Bro,
crazy.
you gotta watch that.
That sounds dope.
Bar Rescue.
Bar Rescue's fire, bro. They starting a new season
That shit is
tomorrow,
hard.
the day after.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
bro.
about to check that out.
No doubt,
That's the only thing that I watch in the studio, Bar Rescue.
No, for sure. All right, y'all. Make sure y'all go ahead and check out Bar. No, I'm playing. Make sure y'all go ahead and check out Fe Lie. Make sure y'all go check out Peteymillz. Make sure y'all go ahead and get their streams up. Make sure y'all go ahead and listen to and support these young brothers out here doing good things, man. Appreciate y'all, man, for giving me the opportunity to sit down and interview with y'all, man.
Appreciate you.
Subscribe to my OnlyFans.
Absolutely.
Definitely. Nah, we
All right,
definitely
y'all.
appreciate you, bro.
All right, appreciate y'all, man. 75Junction out.